Hi guys, so continuing on my series of videos showing you around my Ford S-Max. So previously I've shown you, I've did my interior, my full exterior walk around of the car. I've also shown you the cockpit section, the front section of the car. In this video, I'll be focusing on the rear section, okay, the middle row. So, but before that, I'll just go back and cover a couple of bits that I've missed out in my previous video. So, you see the S-Max here. Now, Ford, this is of course an MPV, but Ford actually officially designates it as a sports activity vehicle. I kid you not. So, of course, we can't really go and simply say this is an SUV. It is not. It is not even anything like that. But it does have one useful SUV trait or design cue, which is this. So you see this door? So the door goes all the way down. So when I open, let's say right now, I've just driven the car past some pretty muddy roads, right? So I open. So the door actually opens all the way down. Means that if let's say whatever mud that I splash and kick up onto the side of the car, I just open this, okay, everything opens away, and yeah, so when I get in and out of the car, it is a fully clean surface. So it protects your pants, your legs from being dirtied by whatever mud that your car kicks up, okay, when you travel over dirty terrain. Now, just one more thing to show you inside the car here, this mirror. Okay, this is a very useful mirror. Yeah, so let's say when I'm ferrying my daughter around, I always drop this so that it allows me to keep my eye on her when I'm drawing without having to turn back. It's a very useful feature. So the coverage of this mirror, it effectively allows me to see those two seats. This one needs a bit more turning of my head, but I can still see all three seats, no problem. Now, let's get to the rear section of the car. We go to the middle row. All right, so you see here, this is the second row. Now, these seats feature have a full range of adjustments, which I would show you. Now, this is really the main reason why we bought the S-Max, because it allows us to fit two child seats whilst also having comfortable space for an adult. That Recaro child seat over there, that's an ISOFIX child seat, which we fit in, okay. This middle seat here also has its own ISOFIX mounting, but this mother care carrier that we have here, this is a non-ISOFIX mother carrier, so it's belt installed, all right. But still, if I had bought an ISOFIX child seat put inside here, it would have accommodated it, no problem. Okay, yeah. So all three seats are individually adjustable. So I'll show you later. And right here you can see we've got rear air con vents. Okay, here got rear air con vents, which is impressive considering how deep this storage space is. So you see, this is a really deep storage space that they have here, and yet Ford is still able to package a rear air con vent inside this space. Now, of course, with the child seat here, you really don't get much of the rear air con vents. But the previous Gen S-Max, based on the Ford EUCD platform, they had B-pillar mounted blowers, which I reckon were probably more useful most of the time. All right. Okay, so now that I'm seated here, I can show you, this is the front seat pocket inside here. Check this out. Inside, it's carpeted as well. It's lined with this fabric material. Oh wait, sorry, I haven't showed you this. Underneath here, 12-volt socket, and there is this little tray here which you can put your things here as well. It's rubberized, so it doesn't slip about. And yeah, so here you see, right, this seat, pretty good angle. All right, I've got forward backward adjustment, so I can adjust it forward, okay, which will give better room for the third row. Or if I'm using it as a 5-seater as I am now, go all the way back. I've got fantastic leg room for myself. Recline angle is adjustable from this lever here, so I can go even further back. All right, maybe I want to transfer that Recaro seat here as well, so that this one doesn't get into the way of the rear passenger. All right, so so I've got this angle adjustment. Okay, recline angle adjustment, fantastic. And I must commend Ford for the design of these seats. Now, because of its of the flexibility, the folding flexibility that these seats offer, inevitably you would expect that there is some degree of compromise to the comfort, to the support that these seats can offer you. And I'm surprised to find that the overall support, okay, now we don't talk about side support lah. That one will be a bit compromised. That was confirmed. But the thigh support actually is not bad. So I really can imagine go in these seats going on a long distance journey without any issues. Now, let me just come down, and I'll first show you the cabin, the boot space here. Now we're using this as a 5-seater. So yeah, it's all loaded. Okay, the boot's all loaded. And here's the tonneau cover, which is removable. Now the problem is that this tonneau cover, if I choose to remove this and put it as a 7-seater, I've got nowhere to stow it away, which is which is a surprise, because much of this vehicle is so well thought out in its execution, and they forgot to think about this one. All right, there is nowhere, I can assure you, there is nowhere which I can safely stow away the tonneau cover. All right, so here's the let me just clear these things here. So underneath here, this is a hidden compartment, okay, and so we've got this hook here. This one allows me to hold this up so that if I want to put things down here, I can. Now right here, so you see, we've got the luggage compartment is very well lit. Okay, we've got one light here as you open the tailgate, and there's another light here. It's very bright, and I actually think that sometimes it's quite glaring if I were to open this at night. So actually I tried to stick this thing here to sort of like to protect my eyesight, but well, it fell off. Okay, and I've got a 12-volt socket here. Now here guys, check this out. So the seats, folding down the seats, let me press this button, pop, one touch, seats go down. Okay, let me just move these aside. So you see there, it's a fully flat loading floor, means that if I need to carry big items, it can generate a full flat loading floor, no problem. In fact, a couple of years back when I was shifting houses, I actually borrowed an S-Max from Ford to do the job. So I remember the time my wife and I, we were just married. We took the S-Max test car and we drove it all the way to IKEA, did our furniture shopping, loaded everything in here, no problem. So right now, let me just pause the recording and show you and set this car up for its 7-seater arrangement. Okay, so let me just pull this up. Okay, yeah, I'll just leave my things here on this side. Okay, because there's nowhere else to put them. Here's the tonneau cover, nowhere to stow it. So what it really means is that every time before you leave the house, you have to make up your mind whether you want to use the S-Max here as a 5-seater or a 7-seater. And just demonstrate this feature again. Press this, one touch drop. Love this feature. Okay, so let's pull this up and we'll raise this seat. Okay, let me just get inside. Now adjust the recline again. Now to get it as a 7-seater, let me just be a bit more considerate. I think this is good enough leg room I can live with. Now we get inside. Okay, one touch and the seat just moves this way. I'll come in. Yeah. All right, so now this is obviously pushed all the way back, but as you can see here, based on the adjustment of this seating position, I have got decent leg room for a trip around town. Let's say like from my house, go to school, pick up assuming my daughter's now 7 or 8 years old, I can put her in here, from school go home. Probably wouldn't be that much of a fuss. But if I were to put, say, a full-size adult here, KL to Penang, I may come up with a black face here by the time I reach Rawang or Tanjung Malim or whatever. Yeah, so definitely this really is more of a flat 5+2 than a proper 7-seater. All right, in terms of its carrying capacity. Okay, so let me just go back in front. So as you can see here, right, with the rear seat up, there is only so much space here. There is only so much usable cargo space here. Okay, so if I were to really use this as a 7-seater, there isn't much room left to put all our family barang. So yeah, so definitely the S-Max is not an entirely suitable choice if you really consistently need to use the 7 seats all the time. Okay, but I would say that if you are a growing family, you've got 5 individuals, all right, if you are traveling 5 people all the time, all right, and more than one of them need to be put into car seats, then this interior is absolutely fantastic. All right, so yeah, we've been using this car for a good couple of months now. Family absolutely loves it. So, and yeah, the utility factor of this car is amazing. It's fantastic. I mean, now that I use it as a 5-seater, I've got plenty of room here to put all my barang. Later on, I'm going to have to put a second stroller as well for the younger baby. So yeah, pretty useful stuff. It's just that after this I have to pasang that balik.